This is a love story with Jaimee. Jaimee worked in a warehouse picking orders, and she had a crush on her coworker, James. James was a very hard worker and was ripped from working out every day at the gym. Jaimee was also strong, as don't get me wrong. All the workers, Dre, Jack, Gordon, Caden, Jordan, Lucas, Tana, would work hard picking orders, with Dre dipping off to the corner to sniff once in a while. And Jaimee would try keep up, but couldn't get over how beautiful James looked. With his beautiful round head, Jaimee would blush every time she saw James. And when they came to work, James would say, "Good day to you, my lady," and they would laugh. Tana was jealous of Jaimee and James' morning hellos. Jaimee was very awkward. James secretly knew she was always watching him. He would rearrange his bulge sometimes and giggle. It wasn't a sock hiding in there. She would giggle to herself as well, because it was so cooked. She wanted to show off to James. James was a hot guy who always took his shirt off while working in the warehouse. The heat and hard work made him very hot and smelly. She would stare from a distance at James as he slaved away, lifting boxes and listening to Darren talk about how life was hard while sitting on his phone. Then Jaimee would go back to work, blushing. One day Dre came up to Jaimee and said, "Hey, baby girl, are you interested in my schleim James?" Jaimee blushed and said, "Oh, Dre, shush, keep your voice down, he might hear you." Dre laughed, saying, "James, like girls, baby, you gotta get in there fast before someone else gets him." So now Jaimee had to get James's attention, before Tana got to him first. She put her head down and worked super fast, picking all the orders, way faster than Jack or Tana, who were originally the fastest. Her manager, Matt, noticed this hard work and said, "Holy shit, you are smashing it out today, Jaimee. Would you like to be full-time?" Jaimee was so happy, she backflipped and accepted the full-time work. She always backflips when she's excited. Odd, I know. Jack's off, yelled Darren for down in the inwards area randomly. "Okay, Darren," said Jack as he shook his head. Caden laughed and Gordon gave Caden the look. Could some beef between Gordon and Caden be in the works? James noticed all this, and one day after work approached Jaimee and said, "Hi." She said, "Hi, right back at you, James boy." James was shy too. After all this time, Jaimee thought it was only her. James was rubbing his head, looking down, and then said, "Would you like to kiss? I haven't brushed my teeth, but it's okay. I only ate sushi today." Jaimee blushed, then said, "Oh yes, 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 my schleim. I want to kiss. I thought you would never ask." They ended up kissing outside of work. It was complete bliss for both these two lovebirds. James said, "High five for that then, right? Haha, we did something so naughty." Jaimee high-fived James, and then did a backflip, kicking James in the face by mistake. "The fuck?" James said as he started bleeding from his nose and mouth. Jaimee stared at it, then laughed. "Sorry, my dude." Jaimee stared at it, then laughed. "Sorry, my dude, I just backflip when I'm excited." James was completely confused at what was going on and then blacked out. Jaimee drove home after calling the ambulance for James. James woke up in the hospital and smiled. "I just kissed a girl." And Jaimee smiled at home, saying, "I am in love with this strapping young schleim." Jaimee and James were happy, knowing that this was the start to something beautiful. The moral of this story is love can be just around the corner. All you have to do is act on it. Just remember to stay calm and try not to backflip into your lover's face.